Year's over, guys. Hi everyone, it's me, Gaming Do, and um, yeah, this is quite interesting. Today I am doing the movies I have seen this year, but I am doing a ranking list of worst to best. Now, some of these are going to be predictable, and some of these are going to be not so predictable, but just know that this is my opinion, and if you don't like it, that's fine. Just please respect it. It's my opinion. So what's my least favorite movie of the year? You guys know. It's obviously the Cocksuckers movie or the Emoji movie. Whose wouldn't it be? Seriously. If anybody says the Emoji movie is not the worst movie of the year, then you're fucking crazy. I can't find anything worse than that. The humor is terrible. The characters are terrible. The voice acting, as much as they have pretty good voice actors, it's terrible. Everything is horrible about this film. It's just, this is like my this is my not as vulgar review of the Emoji movie. It's just bad. It's just bad. Following that is my second to least favorite is the Lego Ninjago movie, which I saw pretty recently, and it sucked. It did. Really, it's nowhere near as good as the Lego movie. It's sort of a stupid ninja version of the Lego movie. Really, I like the Ninjago show, and I think that's much better than this movie. And to have your main character as a cat, I kind of find unintelligent, personally. Yeah, this movie should have done a better job. Excuse me, I still got a little bit of a cold, but it's getting much better, thankfully. My third to least favorite film is The Boss Baby. This is DreamWorks' stupidest film they've had in a long time. Like, they've had some bad movies like Shark Tale and the fourth Shrek film, but this film is definitely the worst one they've had in a long time. They've had some other pretty bad films like Trolls and stuff like that, but this is just unintelligent. Like I said before, unintelligent. Really, it's Alec Baldwin as a baby. That's it. That's all I can say. Next up, I gave this movie too much credit earlier in the year. That movie would be Batman and Harley Quinn. That was like at the ass end of my Batman obsession when that movie came out. Then I went on to just focusing on school and I had no interest, and then I sort of went on to the Loud House for animation loving. But this movie isn't good. I don't think it's as bad as people says it is. It's very, very, very stupid and isn't nowhere near as good as the animated series, but it's better than people say it is. Does that mean it's a good movie? No, but it's okay. And then we got next is the Lego Batman movie. This movie was fun, but it's not quite as like entertaining as the Lego movie. There's some things I legitimately hated about this movie, like Barbara Gordon, and I didn't like the Joker in this film at all. Like, I thought, what's so good about this Joker? Like, he's nowhere near the Joker. He's just some guy who wants to be enemies with Batman. That's it. And then while Batman was pretty cool in this film, and the animation was very good, it wasn't phenomenal. It bored me at times, and I will admit the ending scene with Batman and Robin was pretty emotional, but other than that, this film kind of sucked. Well, not really sucked. It was okay. It was okay. Now getting on to the better of them is the better part of my list starts off with Cars 3. And I thought this movie was good. Probably my favorite of the Cars films, but does that mean it's as good as Pixar's other films? No. It was kind of predictable. It had not too interesting characters, but its story was good, and the animation is some of the best Pixar's ever done. And honestly, I think this is the first emotional Cars film. This was a step up from the Cars films, but it's still not one of Pixar's best, but it's still a pretty good movie. Next up is Thor Ragnarok. In my opinion, this is one of the most entertaining films of the year. I laughed a lot when I streamed this film. And yes, I streamed this film, but I laughed a lot. I thought it was very good. Just the fact, this is a spoiler alert for the film, but just the fact that Stan Lee comes in and cuts Thor's hair is just hilarious. It tells how hilarious this film is. And Thor Ragnarok is probably the funniest film of the year, in my opinion. I laughed a lot. And it's not supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be a superhero film, but yeah. Alright, now we're getting on to my 4 favorites. My 4th favorite film of the year is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This film, in my opinion, was great. Just great. There was a lot to love about it, but it wasn't as good as the first. I didn't love that they had more than one plot line, and that kind of distracted me from the movie, but just like Thor, this film was so much fun, it kind of took away that aspect of not really liking that there's 2 stories at once. And I wasn't really the hugest fan of the Star-Lord story, but this film is just so much goddamn fun that it kind of takes away from the problems. Okay. Coming in at number 3 is Logan. Logan is such an emotional, brutal film where Hugh Jackman's last portrayal, and this film was great. It had a lot of great stuff about it. Holy shit. Like, it's brutal, it's violent, it's got great performances, and I just love it with all my heart. That's all I gotta say. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Just, all I can say is it's so satisfying that we finally got a great Spider-Man film. Great performances, a great Spider-Man, a great Peter Parker. Definitely the best film since Spider-Man 2. Holy crap, we finally got a great Spider-Man film. But number 1 needs no introduction. You know what my favorite film of 2017 is, and that is War for the Planet of the Apes. Yup, this film is so good and so entertaining. It's so brutal. It's got so much emotion. The characters are great. It's got some funny moments. It's got really sad moments. And that scene at the end affected me so hard that Caesar dies and then we just see him throughout his whole life. That affected me until I went to Virginia. This is a powerful movie about war against 2 kinds. And it's just so powerful, and it hits you in the heart as hard as it can. This movie is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm not kidding. This film was excellent. But that's about it. Gaming Do here. See you later. Bye.